Have you been having any trouble balancing the different areas of your life? Oh my God, me too. What do we do? What are we supposed to do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Alita, do you know what to do? You're not any help. We're screwed. We're screwed. Just kidding. I mean, I have been struggling to maintain everything, but we aren't screwed. I've found a path forward for myself, and in this video, I'm going to help you find one too. To do so, we're going to start by breaking down exactly what we need to balance by exploring wellness in not just 1 or 2, but 8 dimensions. Before we get to that, I want to say hello. If you're new to this channel, my name's Sarah, and if you're not new to this channel, my name's still Sarah. Boo! Come on, that was funny. This is Lolita, and together we make videos on mental health, wellness, and self-improvement. I do most of the work. I also make videos about borderline personality disorder because I've been in remission for over 2 years, but this video isn't BPD specific. If you're interested in any of those topics, please subscribe to my channel because you are my intended audience. I often say that wellness is one of the main topics on this channel, but what does that mean? You can think of wellness as your overall well-being. It's a holistic approach to leading a happy, healthy, and satisfying life. Wellness includes a sense of purpose and fulfillment. It doesn't mean the absence of illness or stress or trauma or tragedy. There are elements of our lives that are out of our control. But wellness is about the larger portion of our lives that we do have power over. Every day is made up of a collection of choices. The more conscious you become of those choices, and the more you take personal responsibility for making more positive ones, the more you improve your overall wellness. When most people think of wellness, they think of physical health. But as I said, there are 8 dimensions of wellness, according to this model by Dr. Margaret Swarbrick. I spoke to her once about a subject I'll cover in another video, but I think that she preferred to go by Peggy. The fact that Peggy is a nickname for Margaret still blows my mind, but I digress. Looking at these 8 categories can feel overwhelming at first, but please keep in mind that you don't have to perfect every one. However, it is crucial that you figure out a way to sustainably balance all of them. Each category is a different piece of the wellness puzzle, and they're all interconnected. If you neglect one, it will affect the others. That's why it's so important to understand and consider each area of wellness. So let's get to understanding. This model applies differently to everyone, but after I explain the dimensions, I'll tell you how you can use it to find balance for yourself. I'm going to put numbers next to each of these so you know where we are in the list, but they're in no particular order. They're all important. First is the most obvious dimension, physical wellness. You know what this includes: exercise, nutrition, sleep, hydration, hygiene, limiting unhealthy substances, avoiding unsafe practices like wearing a seatbelt when you're driving, or a helmet and wrist guards when you're one-wheeling. I don't care if it looks dorky. Safety first. Go to the doctor when you need to, get your annuals, do self-exams, be safe, be proactive, and take care of your body. Since you're watching this channel, you may already be working on this next dimension, emotional wellness. This involves the ability to understand and express our feelings, adjust to emotional challenges, cope with stress, feel good about ourselves, and enjoy life. Sometimes it feels like there's nothing we can do about our negative emotions. But by learning skills like emotion regulation and healthy coping strategies, and by practicing things like self-compassion and gratitude, you can cultivate more positive thoughts and emotions. They'll help you deal with challenges you'll inevitably face, and you'll find it much easier to enjoy everyday life. Next is intellectual wellness, which involves lifelong learning and using the knowledge you learn. Mental stimulation's really important, and it's so easy to overlook with so much empty entertainment at our disposal. But beware of mental junk food. You are what you eat. To fuel your mind, you can read books or articles, or listen to educational podcasts, or watch informative YouTube videos. Whichever medium you choose, just be sure to work on actively focusing. And you don't have to just sit and learn for the sake of learning. Explore your interests. learn and practice new skills, and engage in creative activities as well. That positive mental stimulation will contribute to your intellectual wellness and your sense of self. Then we have spiritual wellness, which involves finding meaning and purpose in life and feeling inner peace. Please don't confuse spirituality with religion. You can have both of those together, but you can also have one without the other. A big part of spirituality is understanding and connecting with our core selves. It's crucial to work on identifying our personal values and beliefs through self-exploration. Then we can work towards making choices about our daily actions in all these areas of wellness to live more in alignment with our core selves. There's also an element of spirituality of connecting with larger forces in the universe. But that doesn't mean you have to jump to believing in the supernatural if that's not your thing. You can start with recognizing and appreciating the natural forces in our universe. Observing nature is a great way to do this. I don't want to get too deep into spirituality for now, but I will expand on that and the other areas of wellness in future videos. So moving on to the next dimension, environmental wellness. This involves being safe and comfortable in your environment. Like with spiritual wellness, there's a more close and personal element to this and a larger one. It includes your micro environment, the places where you live and work, and your macro environment, your community and the planet as a whole. For this dimension, it's important to keep your living and working spaces clean and tidy, decrease clutter, improve organization, make use of natural light, fresh air, and live plants. Again, get outside and spend some time in nature. And take care of nature. Please don't litter. You get bonus points for cleaning up litter too. Then there's social wellness. This involves having relationships with friends, family, and the community, and having an interest in and concern for the needs of others. For this, you can find ways to connect with new people, and you can develop skills to manage and strengthen your existing relationships, like improving communication and interpersonal effectiveness skills, setting healthy boundaries and practicing assertiveness, treating others with compassion and respect, and limiting connections where you don't feel those in return. Next is financial wellness, which includes having the financial resources to meet your personal needs and having a sense of control and knowledge of personal finances. Even if you're in very bad standing financially, that doesn't mean you can or should give up on the idea of financial wellness. At the very least, you can come up with a plan to be able to meet your current financial needs, pay off debts, and start to build savings. Ideally, you want to get to a point where you have enough savings to handle any unexpected life expenses and work towards future goals like homeownership or retirement. Retirement, wouldn't that be nice? Which finally brings us to occupational wellness. This involves participating in activities that provide meaning and purpose. This can, but doesn't necessarily have to, include employment. If you are currently employed or in school, you know that how you feel about work and how work makes you feel has a huge impact on your quality of life. It's important to feel productive and capable and have a sense of personal satisfaction and stimulation in work. It's also important to be able to balance work and leisure time. Ideally, your job would affect you in a way where you feel good in the beginning of the workday and at the end. I know that most people don't have these elements in their jobs and can't quit because they need the money and benefits. But if you're in that position, don't convince yourself that you have to do what you're doing right now forever. There are ways to start working towards finding a job that better suits you, and there is a job that better suits you, I promise. And you can still find occupational wellness in the meantime. For those who are looking for new work, whether you're currently employed or not, make sure you're actively pursuing work, considering different options, networking, and doing things to educate yourself and build skills that will help you in your desired career path. Whether you're unhappy with your current job or looking for new work or retired or unemployed and not pursuing work for whatever reason, you can still build occupational wellness and improve the quality of your life by taking control of how you spend your free time. Time is such a valuable resource, and it's so easy to spend it on things that don't truly benefit our wellness. Plan how you want to spend your time with activities that contribute to these areas of wellness and make you feel better about yourself and your life. Explore your interests and find activities that align with your values and use your strengths. Help others or volunteer. Be creative. Be productive. And I want to stress that being productive doesn't always mean doing active, result-focused work. Balancing work with rest and play is absolutely crucial for wellness. Healthy, nourishing forms of rest and play are productive. That concept is built into these different dimensions of wellness, but it's really important to keep in mind. Wellness relies on balance. Congratulations! You've officially learned the 8 dimensions of wellness. Yay! Now what? The first step towards improving wellness is understanding what these 8 dimensions are, and the next step is understanding how they fit into your own life. So in the description of this video, I have links to 2 different free resources that are based on this model. I used them both to help with this video. One of them was written directly by Dr. Swarbrick herself. Shout out to Peggy. These resources also explain the 8 dimensions, and they break down different aspects of each dimension to help you evaluate where you stand with each of them and identify your strengths and weaknesses. Once you determine which areas you'd like to improve, you'll have to decide what specific changes you want to make. Then, you'll have to plan on how you can realistically and sustainably make those changes. They don't make themselves. For the most part, our daily choices for or against wellness all boil down to habits, which will be the topic of my next video. I'm rereading this book and trying my best to listen to this audiobook. I'm really bad at focusing on audiobooks. And I'm refreshing myself on research I've done on making and breaking habits, so it's going to take me a couple of weeks before I post that video. Since I do practice what I preach, I've been evaluating my own wellness and decided to decrease the frequency of my videos. Putting them out weekly was difficult to manage. I don't want to sacrifice the quality of my content or my personal wellness, so giving myself more time between posts should help me maintain some balance. I was burning myself out treating this like a full-time job, and I wish that it could be, but I need to give 40 hours a week to the one that pays the bills too. Retirement. Wouldn't that be nice? I really like making these videos though, and I love connecting with people, and I really appreciate you especially for sticking around and watching till the end. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.
What do we do? What are we supposed to do?